Tommy looks so good right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this New Year presentation. Dragon's Den Production presents Super Shogun Wrestling! Tonight we have a jam-packed show ready for you here. Tonight we are going to crown the inaugural Ronin champion! It will be an 8-man single elimination bracket. All matches will be happening tonight. So you will see our first ever Ronin champion crowned in our main event this evening. I am your host and play-by-play commentator for the evening. I am Tommy Danger Z. Co-commentating with me this evening is the one and only JLC. And special for this evening, I would like to introduce our special guest commentator for the night. The one, the only, the fluent Samoan, Anthony Tuatelli! Well, ladies and gentlemen, how are you feeling tonight? Are you ready for the tournament? I want to hear you whisper Super Shogun Wrestling Ronin Tournament! Now, waste no more of your time. Chase, would you like to come up here and get this show on the road?
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I, of course, am JLC, and tonight, joining us, the one, the only, the flowing Samoan. Welcome, Anthony Tuatelli.
Thanks for having me. Very excited to be here.
We're so excited to have you here at the commentation station. And here comes, of course, my partner in crime.
The voice is.
That's right.
Shogun Wrestling.
Tommy Danger Z. Welcome, my friend, Tommy Danger Z. Pleasure to have you here.
Well, it's a pleasure to be here because a huge packed show we have here tonight. The Ronin tournament, 8-man single elimination style bracket. It means 7 matches to crown the inaugural Ronin champion here in Super Shogun Wrestling. And it is a great pleasure to have you here at the commentation station with us here. Anthony Tuatelli, former Super Shogun Wrestling World Heavyweight Champion, to be one that has had so much experience in tournaments in Super Shogun Wrestling on top of that, making it to the finals. What kind of advice would you give to some of these Shogunnites in terms of how to handle the lengthy night they're going to have?
Yeah, I think you got to put the work in early on. What I'm saying, preparation for these types of tournaments is huge. And then on top of that, making sure that you get in, and your job is to get the job done as quickly as possible. Because if you're trying to win the tournament, you gotta assume you're gonna be in there, for a long period of time. So don't go in there and blow your gas tank right away.
Absolutely. And making his way to the ring, of course, our first competitor of the night. You've seen him several times here in Shogun Wrestling. You love him, you love to hate him, some people. It is saucy Josh Morris.
I don't know if I'd say I love him, but he's a young, talented athlete. That's what I'll give.
He's definitely got a personality to him, that's for sure.
Yeah,
that can either lean in either direction, but you definitely start to get opinions about him nonetheless. Saucy Josh Morris, we actually haven't seen in singles competition since September, where he defeated Dustin Mack in one-on-one competition. He did compete in the Graveyard Gauntlet, but that's kind of its own monster at the end of the day, so you can't really constitute that in terms of singles competition. But yeah, knowing what they have ahead of them this evening for how long they're going to have to go throughout the evening. And I think one of the biggest things that not a lot of people talk about in these tournament situations is when you move on to the next round, there's a wait period in the back where you're not just sitting there thinking about it, but your muscles are starting to tense up a little bit more because they're not moving. It really tests the endurance of a wrestler in the capacity of how well they've trained their body to be able to continue not just going for hour after hour, but being able to stop and go hour after hour.
Right, your muscles get hot, then they get cold, then they get hot.
Envision having the hardest workout of your life, then taking a break, and then having to go right back at it.
Absolutely. And man, Saucy Josh Morris, he has pulled one heck of an opening round competitor. Shining Vince Diamond last month did what I think we all thought was the impossible. He pinned the Mighty Bojack in the center of that ring.
That was an insane match. Vince Diamond, very impressive for a young wrestler. Hopefully Josh Morris isn't sleeping on his opponent based on this draw.
Everyone get up for our special guest ref. 1, 2, 3, Argy!
Artie Stone, our special guest referee, has been also participating in some of the training we've had here at Dragon's Den Productions.
You know, when you're on the commentation station, half of what you have to do is ignore where half of these people are from. No idea.
Find that on
To be fair, how do you know for sure it doesn't exist? Just because you haven't seen it doesn't mean it's not there.
My guess is Saucetown is probably some sort of subdivision of Flavortown.
I would think maybe.
So he probably knows Guy Fieri.
He looks like a Flavortown guy.
From West Branch, Michigan. I'm sorry. From West Branch, Michigan.
Hometown hero, shining Vince Diamond, hoping to shine tonight.
Weighing in at 200 pounds and a blinding 6 feet tall. He is shining Vince Diamond.
Yeah, you mentioned it earlier. Making waves is one thing that any wrestler wants to do in any promotion when they start coming through. And for Vince Diamond to come in, start to get his feet underneath him, and before he knows it, being the first one to pin the Mighty Bojack, that's one way to make waves real fast. And you can see the confidence building out of him right now with this matchup underway as he enters this tournament, trying to make history as the first ever Ronin champion.
And Diamond, Morris, opposite sides of the ring where they started out. They're going to circle each other before engaging.
Trying to size each other up. Again, it's that gauging period of how well am I going to be able to manage myself through this match as well as my opponent with a collar elbow tie-up between the two.
They have very similar builds, very tall, muscular and lanky.
Big arm wrench as Vince Diamond has the control over Josh Morris. And Josh Morris with an eye poke.
I was going to say, I was a little surprised that Josh Morris getting out grappled here as the veteran, but obviously he pulled off the veteran move there to stop that from happening.
All is fair, love and war, and this is war tonight. A kingdom is on the line.
Yeah, any cheap tricks you got, this is the night to pull them out. Because you're leaving it all on the table anyway for how many matches you're going to have to go through, what you're going across. And since it's single elimination, you're one and done. You can lose this thing early, but it's going to take a while to win it.
Absolutely. Shining Vince Diamond's head slamming off of the top turnbuckle there. Josh Morris firmly in control here as the match rolls on.
No questions about Vince Diamond's toughness, I think, based on what you said from his match last month with the Mighty Bojack. What they say about Diamond's a creator from pressure. This is a huge high-pressure situation for Vince Diamond.
Absolutely. And will he rise to the occasion or will he crumble like coal? That's the question tonight, folks.
Obviously, West Branch is not a huge fan of Josh Morris. Let him know that he sucks.
they haven't tasted the sauce just yet. We've seen some impressive performances from Josh Morris. 2-1 currently in Super Shogun Wrestling. His last win again, like I said, taking out Dustin Mack. And now Vince Diamond fighting back with boots to the midsection, following up with a clothesline.
Big clothesline.
Things are starting to heat up a little bit for Vince Diamond.
And he's focusing that clothesline right to the midsection again, the upper ribs, right where he was booting Josh Morris off of him from the corner.
And as Anthony Toatelli alluded earlier, the veteran Josh Morris using his brains, sliding out of the ring, trying to take a breather.
Vince Diamond, that's some nice athleticism there.
Looks like he's not going to let him.
Josh Morris taking too much time on the outside.
Absolutely.
Vince Diamond trying to make a little bit of a show out of this, but Josh Morris turning it around, immediately taking advantage of the situation with the leg drop right to the back of the head of Vince Diamond.
Looks like he may have baited him there, pretended to be a lot more hurt than he was.
Belly to back suplex, that's clean.
In for the
First
cover
of the night, and a 2 count.
Josh Morris trying to get that quick victory in. And back to the jaw jacking with the fans.
I have no idea why they don't like him.
Puzzles me.
Elbow center of the ring.
And that this distraction that he has, we've seen him overcome it before. But how is he going to It was too much. He's trying to play too much for the crowd.
Look at that.
Impacted tailbone into a completed clothesline.
Morris rolling to the corner to try to get away. Oh my goodness, another bait pulled Vince Diamond in. And Vince Diamond's head has bounced off of too many turnbuckles tonight.
Yeah, those are the things you got to watch out for. That's, again, veteran moves by Josh Morris. You know, Vince Diamond probably hasn't been exposed to too much of that yet. He's finding out right now.
Quite impressive, though, from both of these competitors up to this point. They've seen small windows of opportunity, and they've been able to take advantage of it each time to turn the match around back into their favor. We saw how quickly it turned from Josh Morris to Vince Diamond, now back. And again, Josh Morris placating with the crowd again. Yeah. We're wondering if this is going to give another momentary lapse where Vince Diamond can turn it back around again.
Yeah, it's a great observation, Tommy.
And there it is.
No one competitor has dominated or had control for a long time. It's been very back and forth.
It looks like Vince Diamond was going for that spine buster again, and Josh was able to sneak out of it.
Yeah, went to the well one too many times. It was scouted. RD counting to 2 before Vince Diamond makes the kick out.
And kind of the interesting dynamic of watching this as a spectator, too, is being able to see, you know, they kind of know the tournament going into it. You know your first round match. You can scout as much as you want for that first round match. But it's after this first round where things start to get more complicated because you don't know who you're going to face, how long it's going to be until you face them. So it becomes trickier as you get later on down the road. So these two looks like they've been very calculated and did a lot of film study on each other.
Beautiful suplex pin in the ring. Another 2 count. Vince Diamond, that is the 3rd time he has been covered in the ring. 2 counts each.
I think the more that the crowd boos Josh Morris, I think the more that he becomes aggressive, it starts to get amped up a little bit.
Absolutely.
It's one of those things like cheering does for other people, right?
Yeah.
It either pumps you up in one way or the other, and if he works better angry, then yeah, more power to him.
He's gonna go for a high impact move, apparently from the top rope.
High risk, high reward.
Kip up from Vince Diamond.
He goes under it, ducks. There it is!
Buster by Vince Diamond.
For it. 1, 2, and a close.
A very close kick out by Josh Morris to escape losing the first round of the Ronin tournament.
Vince Diamond's up, though. He's ready.
Oh, yeah. Lots of energy. Looks like he's excited, ready to roll again.
Got Josh Morris reeling.
Beautiful spinning sidewalk slam. And another close 2 count.
But you can see the pain and anguish in Josh Morris's face right now. Trying to take a moment to himself, but getting hit with a 619.
I thought we were in West Branch, not in San Diego.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what the zip code is here.
Could just go with the easy one and call it the 313. We're close enough.
He hit him with like a 586 or something like that. And now, rolls reverse, and once again, the risk is not worth the reward. Vince Diamond comes crashing down on his set of Ronins there. And oh my goodness.
Morris looking for a superplex.
Oh, he does it. This could be it.
Back.
Oh my
He
goodness.
rolls through. Gets Vince Diamond back up to his seated spot.
Dang.
And
Sitting
eats the boot.
1, 2, and that's
three.
going to do it. Love him or hate him, folks. Josh Morris
Dancing.
got it done tonight.
Final.
Impressive showing by Josh.
Yeah, and the echoes of boos echoing through. I was trying to think of another word than echo, but I already started with it, so I'm just rolling with it. Reverberating through the room right now from this crowd as Josh Morris moves on to the second round of the Ronin tournament, making his pledge to be the first ever Ronin champion here in Super Shogun Wrestling.
Vince Diamond, excellent showing, but he's going to have to go to the back and lick his wounds and come back out another time. But the good news is, like Anthony Toatelli has said, he just gained a lot of experience. He probably just saw a lot of stuff he'd never seen before. The next time he comes to the ring, you can expect a better Vince Diamond. But tonight, the victory belongs to one saucy boy, Josh Morris.
We know you're here, Josh. We get it. Got it.
A little bit of that stare down.
Said it. Yeah, great showing by Vince Diamond. Definitely one of the toughest kids, you know what I'm saying, new to the wrestling scene. So.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and if you're looking for something good to watch with Vince Diamond picking up the win, the match with Bojack, as we mentioned earlier, you can check on our YouTube channel at Super Shogun Wrestling. The episode was Christmas Carnage that we just released a couple days ago. Again, fantastic card, fantastic show to watch. So be sure to check out our page, all of our previous episodes, see what storylines you've missed leading up to this Ronin tournament. And we're glad
Jacob Braun being on there, I'm saying, but that's just me.
I mean, a champ's a champ at the end of the day, and he's a dominant champ. We know the history that you guys have, going from friends to enemies real fast, and we know that's on him, not on you. But that storyline is yet to develop even further as we continue, because I'm sure you're not done with them, and I'm sure he's not done with you. But more importantly, we're not done yet with the Ronin tournament. We're only moving on to our second match of the first round. And coming out first is Steven Lyrics.
Another young kid, very impressive from what I've been able to see from him. But, again, you got to wonder about the experience, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Again, it comes down to like wanting to make the mark, but also getting that experience too. You know, never being in a situation like this, you're not sure how to handle it. No amount of training can prepare you for actually being in the moment of something as big as this night, as big as this tournament. So it'll be interesting to see how he's able to respond to this evening, if he's able to come out and be able to put his foot through the door, because he still has yet to pick up a victory here in Super Shogun Wrestling. Could this be the moment where he turns things around in the biggest stage, in the biggest moment?
You know, it's going to be so difficult, not just because of the stage, not just because of the moment, not just because he has to struggle all these victories, but his opponent tonight is just a man who has persevered over some incredible difficulties. He has done well in singles competition. He's done well in tag team competition. And despite the fact that people used to not enjoy him very much, he's seemingly started to win the crowd over. And I am referring to none other than our next competitor, J.J. Hughes.
Chap Daddy himself is very quickly become a crowd favorite. And I'm sure you'll hear the waves of cheers as he makes his way out here momentarily. And there it is already.
And of course, as always, accompanied by Matty Fine,
Roberto Cruz.
and Roberto Cruz.
The baddie Matty.
I am going to watch your match.
The baddie Matty Fine and Bad News Roberto Cruz, one half of Excess Express. You see the full one there. What last month at Christmas Carnage, it was kind of interesting because Roberto Cruz was not able to make it to the show, and we saw an interesting tag team of JJ Hughes and Mad Dog Warren tagged together as Mad Express in a triple threat match that was eventually won by Oh So Delicious. But they put together an interesting tag team dynamic, and they fought very well together in a very surprising fashion. So now moving back to that singles competition, JJ could easily be one of the favorites, even though he's been progressing further in the tag team division.
I mean, the thing about JJ Hughes is a ton of experience on the scene, right? This guy's been around for a long time. He is a crafty veteran. He has seen it all.
Yeah, don't let that silly demeanor and the fruit fool you.
I mean, quite
JJ
frankly,
can go.
To me, Anthony, I almost think it's like a disguise. It's like one of these chameleons that looks like a certain way to lure you in, to make you think this guy's a fool, this guy's too silly. And that's how, when he traps, he's a Venus flytrap, and it's too late.
Yeah, absolutely. Interesting to note that Roberto Cruz is in street clothes, so obviously he's not competing tonight. Hopefully he's healing up or, recuperating from whatever has kept him out of the last show.
And speaking of people who aren't competing tonight, the Bloodletter, Kyle Shaddix, was supposed to participate in the tournament. He has been removed from it because of backstage nonsense.
I don't know if I can talk now. Shut up, Stevie. We forgot you were there. This match is a Ronin elimination match with a 20-minute time limit scheduled for
I've never seen
in the
a
corner to
competitor
my
feel
left,
up the referee,
from
but
Anderson,
first time for
South
everything.
Carolina, weighing in at 205
Gotta make sure he doesn't have weapons.
The mouth from the south, Steven Lyrics.
And everybody asks what that mouth do.
It gets booed.
That's for sure.
Keep it a PG.
In the corner to my right, accompanied by the very, very fine and bad news Roberto Cruz. From the runways of New York, weighing in at 190 pounds, the irresistible one. The main attraction. He is your Jet Daddy, JJ Hughes!
In the mouth of the South, better watch it or they're going to get some chapstick in it. Reapply as JJ Hughes prepares for battle.
JJ is stopping like this bit.
I would have to think.
If he doesn't yet, it's a missed opportunity, that's for sure.
He should be tagging them in everything.
Already looking to reapply on this middle rope in the corner facing us.
And look at this, JJ Hughes turning his back on Steven Lyrics. I don't know if he's just dismissing him or what, but this is a dangerous move by both competitors, and Steven Lyrics does the same.
I think they're trying to do a little bit of a show off of who can placate the crowd the best.
Everyone loves the traps.
And look at this.
Oh wait, now Steven Lyrics
taking
Big
advantage.
European in the corner.
And look at this, corner to corner now goes JJ Hughes. Not a great way to start this match.
Flown almost across the ring.
Yeah, it's like Lyrics held on to him to make sure he kept him in the center. This is a clever idea, actually. Really wants to make sure he isolates him from those ropes.
So much for that.
You know what they say about assuming, Tommy.
JJ now reapplying again on the middle rope.
It's like Popeye and spinach, baby. You got to get that energy back, and there it is.
Now exchanging right arms, those forearms. I heard the thud across Steven Lyrics' face.
And look at this, Lyrics fighting back now. JJ back in the corner. Absolutely.
These two slugging it out.
And look at this, Hughes crashing to the ground.
Steven Lyrics was caught off guard. He was running into the corner and trying to do another maneuver, and Hughes just falling flat on the mat. Might have got knocked out from all of those forearms.
Oh, Lyrics ducks that clothesline, ducks another one. Whoa, spinning heel kick.
Hit him right across the midsection, though.
And he lost his chapstick.
Oh, no.
I'm sure he's got more.
Rolling over, cover in the ring, one. Quick kick out after one by JJ Hughes.
Very quick. It looked like he was preparing to kick out before Cherry was even starting the count.
Again, I think that's an inexperienced thing right there, right? Like, I think Lyrics should have probably stayed on JJ a little bit longer.
Absolutely. And somehow Steven Lyrics is complaining to the referee, Eric Cherry, as if that was close to a 3 count.
Maybe he deals with some sort of time delay. We're not sure. You can see time differently, but oh wow!
My goodness. Folks, the dinner bell is ringing, and it's chops for dinner.
And now JJ in firm control, throwing the face of Steven Lyrics across from turnbuckle to turnbuckle.
And Steven Lyrics crashing to the floor, center of the ring. JJ Hughes has him right where he wants him.
Off the ropes he goes. Jumping up for a big splash. In for the cover.
Oh my goodness, another kick out right after one, this time by Steven Lyrics.
These two both know what's on the line here this evening. Trying to become the first ever Ronin champion. Steven Lyrics trying to make his mark.
Absolutely. Yep. Here
Oh,
comes
yeah.
Lyrics out of the way.
That's doing your research right there. You see Steven Lyrics pointing to his head. He's watched the film. He knew what to expect from JJ Hughes going for that Bronco Buster.
Absolutely.
And now Lyrics getting Hughes back up to his feet. Got him in the reverse headlock.
Ooh, backbreaker.
Oh. And down into an elbow.
2.
And this time manages a 2 count.
A nice devastating combination of backbreaker, forearm and elbow down, striking through the heart of JJ. And immediately into that cover. That was the momentary lapse where we saw the closest pin here yet in this match.
And now the crowd trying to will JJ Hughes back into this first round. Remember, folks, no matter who wins, they have a match in front of them regardless. And oh my goodness, reversing it.
Ooh. Uses his own version of what Steven Lyrics did. It's got him up for a fisherman suplex.
Kind of a
Fisherman neck breaker right there.
Yeah.
tilt-a-whirl fisherman neck
You gotta
breaker.
see the chiropractor.
Absolutely.
I think I'll call that one a corkscrew.
There we go.
Corkscrew
And he's
neck
got
breaker.
this chapstick back, reapplying.
There
You
we
see
go.
how quick that catch was? It was so smooth. It was like Steve Austin catching the beer out of the air. Side Russian leg sweep. Jinx, you owe me a space soda. Double Jinx, you owe me a space soda. Triple Jinx, you owe me a space soda. Quadruple Jinx, you owe me a space soda. Quintuple Jinx, you owe me a space soda. Sextuple Jinx, you owe me a space soda. Septuple Jinx, you owe me a space soda. Steven Lyrics with a big monkey soda.
Sorry. Had to finish the job.
That monkey flip is so huge that he went from one corner almost all the way to the other corner.
It seemed like he was about to get flipped into Roberto Cruz, is what it felt like.
And look at this. JJ Hughes spots it coming.
Up and over the rope.
Flip.
Lyrics holds on.
Oh, and very quickly referee.
Oh, but JJ flipping on. 2. Oh! Completes the sunset flip.
Oh my goodness.
JJ
Crafty.
Hughes with a win out of nowhere.
Semi-final. Your winner, Captain JJ Hughes.
And JJ Hughes with a clever roll-up, taking advantage of the distraction of Steven Lyrics being frustrated with the referee, and he escapes the first round with pretty minimal damage, I would say.
I don't know.
That guy up front wanted to escape from that
Yeah.
dance, but you know.
Yeah, depending on how impactful some of those blows were from Steven Lyrics, because it looked like it was a hard hitting affair, especially at the start of this match. So it looks like he may be
very happy.
Holding his back, no surprises there.
especially considering it seemed like he might have it in the bag. He got through with that sunset flip, and that was perfection by JJ Hughes holding him down.
Unfortunately, by Steven Lyrics to try to outsmart JJ Hughes.
Yeah, you know, it was just a positioning thing. The referee was right there. I don't know why he thought he was going to be able to get away with holding the ropes like that, but sometimes you
learn
win.
some.
That's it. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose.
Got to take a hope and a prayer sometimes when you get it. And here we go with our third match in the first round of the Ronin tournament. CFR, the Wolf of War, making his way to the ring.
He's more of a puppy of peace, but it's fine.
That's fair. I have the names I have to work with. Again, another competitor looking to try to make his first win as a singles competitor here in Super Shogun Wrestling. And it's not due to not experience. He's had 5 matches, albeit, I will say, I believe 2 of those matches were against Chuckles the Clown, which you could probably not count those for the most part.
Yeah, absolutely. And his last loss was in a triple threat match. So
That's true.
a lot can happen there, but tonight we're going to see what is CFR made of.
Little wolf. Look, now there's the wolf right there.
I mean, if you're going to be someone that was trained by Congo Kong, I imagine you at least got a little bit of a wolf in you, right? Congo's got to see something.
There's a lot of potential in CFR. I'll give him that. He just, needs to find that next gear.
He's got to get over. He may have plateaued through his training, and now he's got to get over that next mountain, be able to climb further, and ascend.
He's gonna find the next gear. He's gonna have to find it in this match.
And folks, here we go. One of the odds-on favorites to win the tournament tonight. Absolutely. One of the guardians at the gate. Kung Fu Kirk, baby. Sporting that beautiful avatar, the last airbender attire.
I swear, these days, every time we see him, he looks slimmer and leaner.
Absolutely.
I can tell you from personal experience, he's putting in the work in the gym, in training. He's been training with me. So yeah, it's definitely working out for him. I still wouldn't call him my best friend, but a friend.
A bit different type of respect and friendship you guys had from previous years, especially after that 2 out of 3 falls count match you guys had at Samurai Slam back in August.
I will say this, it is impressive. He has beat Eric Surge, he has beat Jacob Braun, and he does hold a pinfall over me. So,
he's Kung Fu Kirk is one of those guys, it's kind of the same as JJ Hughes. It comes out this sort of silly music. He's got this bright, flashy attire. If you underestimate Kung Fu Kirk, you're going to wake up in the hospital.
He'll take your jaw off with that rolling elbow.
I'm excited for this one, boys.
Crowd solidly behind Kung Fu Kirk.
This is a Ronin tournament first round elimination match with a 20-minute time limit. Scheduled for... Thank you, Shogun. In the corner to my left, from Indianapolis, Indiana, weighing in at 210 pounds, the Wolf of Wall, CFR!
Were they booing or howling? Who knows?
You ask him, they were probably howling.
Weighing in at 265
Are they saying boo?
representing Rising Sun, Indiana, the master of grappling Kung Fu.
I don't even know if that's real.
Kung Fu!
Just gives his opponent something to think about,
It's getting him out of their headspace real fast.
Man, I hope I don't get caught in that grappling Kung Fu.
I don't even know what it looks like. I got to keep my eye out for it. And we are underway with this third first round match.
And here we go.
Only 2 more competitors after this match have to compete, but we still have yet to see who's going to come out on top between CFR and Kung Fu Kirk, one of the odds-on favorites. One of the gatekeepers of Super Shogun Wrestling. He's been here pretty much since week 1, if I remember correctly.
And speaking of which, the other gatekeeper, the other Kong at the gates, Rick Hardier, scheduled for in-ring action right after this. And my prayer, don't know what's going to happen, but my prayer is Kirk wins, Cartier wins, and we see a battle of titans tonight. Don't know what's going to happen, but
we see a big, meaty battle of 2 big men.
That's absolutely what I'm looking forward to, Tommy.
I don't know why CFR has his tongue out. That's weird, but there you go.
Crowd getting riled up by Kirk as this match is getting underway.
And here we go.
Kirk went for the collar elbow tie-up. CFR trying to use some trickery and enziguri.
Quick enziguri. Another one.
That first was more of a glancing blow that caught Kirk in the back of the head.
That second one was like almost like an enziguri Pele kick mixture there. And look at this, CFR trying to go off the ropes, but Kirk has already circled. And hang on, he's going again.
Ooh, suicide.
Caught by Kirk. Oh no, was not.
Still got hit. It looked like his head made some contact on that.
Kirk just did not go down.
He's just dazed on the outside of the ring.
Here we go again.
Follow it up with a spin.
Oh my goodness, right on the concrete on the outside of the ring.
Yeah, everybody, that's just tile on top of concrete out here on the outside. We don't have any rubber mats or anything. And now CFR might be looking just for a count-out win here.
I'm going to need Kirk to get up.
Absolutely. He's got, remember folks, he's got all the way to the count of 20. And he is at a count of 6, but he has not moved a muscle. And there we go. Finally starting to stir. Will it be enough? Already halfway there, count of 10. CFR in the ring,
just waiting for the end to happen.
That DDT on the floor.
Yeah, he's in a lot of pain. He needed the time and the respite in between now and then to recover a little bit because that took a lot out of him as well as Kirk. And I can't tell what number the referee's at, but it probably can't be good right now.
He's finally up on the apron.
There we go, just barely. Look at this.
CFR going right back on the offensive with a drop kick.
It seems like CFR came in with a very clear game plan. Attack him on the outside of the ring, incapacitate him, take no damage. They're right in front of us battling.
Oh, what a right hand to the midsection of CFR.
Kirk's done with that garbage. Had enough.
Oh my goodness.
A nice roundhouse kick right again to the midsection. I heard the thud of CFR's ribs.
Now, Anthony, you guys work together a lot. That looked like a kick that you perform a lot.
I mean, I won't say that I taught him that, but I definitely have been on him to throw a little more kicks, a little more offense.
Absolutely. You got to mix it up a little bit, make him gas. Wow.
Kirk's throwing bombs.
I know we're in West Branch, Michigan, but man, for a moment we were transported straight to Europe for that uppercut.
And now Kirk breaking the count, rolling in and out of the ring, and now trying to go back to CFR, but CFR turning it back around.
He's going downstairs, trying to break. Ooh, hit his own kicks.
Kirk trying to gain some space.
CFR chasing him down, breaking the count again. They're over going by our merch tables.
Yeah, they're out in the crowd. They've really been everywhere but the ring tonight. Oh my goodness, Kirk's head bouncing off the merchandise table on the opposite side of the ring.
What was that?
I'm not exactly sure, but a double axe handle off that step ladder onto Kirk's head, and Kirk is dazed again.
Well, his dance needs to go back to as basic as that double axe handle, because whatever he tried to do was terrible.
And now back to the side by us here at the commentary table. CFR and Kirk doing war again.
Oh no! Oh no!
Look at a powerbomb, CFR. Oh! Steel pillar.
Right into the pillar. And he's shaking, he's convulsing.
Kirk trying to rile himself back up. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a steel column that's wrapped in drywall.
And look at this.
So that's why it broke, because drywall broke, but it's a steel column behind it.
Right, if you can tell the structure, that is a support beam. That's holding this building up. It ain't going anywhere. That hurt.
His low spine,
yeah, you can see he's holding it. And look at this. Kung Fu Kirk's got him back in the ring. This is right where he wants him.
This is back to the wheelhouse of Kung Fu Kirk. Being able to manage the situation, keep the crowd hype with what he wants to do. And we've seen this time and time again. The German...
Yeah, you're going to get out of there, kid.
Yeah, series 2 wins. He starts at 3, but I've seen him do a lot more than that.
I think we saw, 8?
Yeah, a lot.
That's
My
3.
Goodness, there's 3.
Man, it sounded like the ring broke through that one.
Folks, you have to remember, CFR, he just went spine first from a powerbomb into a stone pillar, and now he's just working on that back, just again and again.
Is that 5?
Yeah, that's 5 so far.
I think we're up to 5.
He's still holding on. He's looking for 6.
And there's 6. Center of the ring. Hold
And now
it
going
there.
for the pinning combination.
Oh my goodness.
Somehow CFR's kicking out of that.
Speaking to the toughness of the Wolf of War.
And this has got to be exhausting for Kirk, too. I mean, even with all endurance training, throwing someone around 6 times and looking for a 7th
Oh my goodness.
to try to win this match. He's going to need some recovery time before that second round comes if he picks up this victory.
He thought that was the landing in Suplex City, but it was just a layover. And
That's
it.
Yep, layover in Chicago, and he just landed in West Branch, baby. And there's a monster waiting for him.
He's signaling the elbow, and let me tell you, that elbow is terrible.
Oh my goodness.
Right to the back of the head of CFR as they went dropping down to the mat.
We have 1, 2, and that's going to do it, folks.
Kirk wins with what we call the 9-to-5 elbow. Not 12 to 6, 9 to 5, because when you clock out and you get hit by that elbow, it's time to go home.
It's lights out,
9 to 5, baby.
Well, impressive showing from Kung Fu Kirk, and we're one half of the way of Jesse's dream matchup in the second round. Kung Fu Kirk moving on. CFR taking another hard loss here at Super Shogun Wrestling in West Branch, Michigan.
Time for CFR to reassess, I think. Reassess. Go home, lick your wounds, reassess, buddy.
Grueling matchup. Kung Fu Kirk.
Yeah, at the very
Kirk. Yeah, Kirk.
Yeah, at the very least, we saw CFR put on a good show against someone who's competed against the best and beaten some of the best we have in Shogun Wrestling.
Yeah, he had a great game plan coming out, right? Isolate him on the outside of the ring, injure him, and then get out of there.
He was doing pretty well, but once things turn on you, and Kirk can turn things on you so fast, it was like a rising tide. There's nothing you could do to stop it.
That
Swallow by the way.
was the Kung Fu grappling.
That was it.
That was it.
A little bit of Kung Fu, a little bit of grappling.
You're not sure if it's Kung Fu and
A
grappling.
whole lot of spinal damage.
Right. Yeah.
And look at CFR trying to make it to the back, but he can barely even stand.
Get that boy a wheelchair and a glass of milk.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you should probably take him to the medical facilities real fast.
And you know what? Warm that milk up for him.
He looks like a warm milk kid.
I don't think I've ever actually had warm milk, and I think that's disgusting.
Sounds
Conceptually.
absolutely
I cannot
terrible.
wait to call an enemy a warm milk kid. You look like a warm milk kid.
Yeah. Bags of milk. Bags of milk everywhere.
Well, as we get a little bit of that cleaned up, we're now preparing for our final first round match.
So the audience was trying to signal something. I pretended that we knew.
Yeah.
But it wasn't either of us.
Somebody in the backstage, maybe? I don't know.
And folks, here we go. One of the most dangerous men in all of Super Shogun coming to the ring now.
Yeah, they don't call him a Terminator for nothing. The plus-size Terminator.
You know, what I love about Hardier is he can do it all. He can be fast when he wants to, but he's typically slow and methodical and technical, and he breaks you down.
He doesn't just break you down physically, but with how he inflicts a lot of his damage, is it can break you down mentally as well. Because you always feel like you have an edge, you have something, you have some type of game plan, and he shoots you down, knocks you back, everything you try to do against him, and before you know it, you're not even sure what to do next.
You want to talk about a guy that
Look at this.
has studied Japanese wrestling, pro wrestling? This is the guy.
Yep. Look at this. Ready.
And surprisingly, the crowd's behind Rick, when previously I don't think they really showed him any respect.
You know,
but
Tommy and I have talked about this on the commentation station. It's not even like he panders to the audience. It's just his body of work is so impressive. You cannot help but appreciate what he's done.
That's fair. Yeah. As someone that's faced Rick, I can tell you he hits hard, and it takes everything you've got as far as moves and effort to beat him. So good luck to his opponent.
And folks, the truth of the matter is, in West Branch, Michigan tonight, it is cold and it is snowing outside, but inside of Super Shogun Wrestling, it's about to get green. Nick Green.
Yeah, Nick Green actually coming in as the replacement once Kyle Shaddix was removed from the tournament due to his backstage shenanigans. We're not exactly sure, 100% sure what he did, but we know it was bad enough that our CEO, Benjamin Brody, pulled him from the tournament. And this is an opportunity for Nick Green. Coming in as a replacement, nobody was really prepared for him. He's making his way out, ready to turn things around against the plus-size Terminator, try to make a name for himself as a singles competitor, which we've seen him in quite a lot recently.
Yep, just last month, in fact, he went against none other than Spawn. Spawn having a new partner in Nicky Ratu, and Nick Green still picked up the victory there.
And picking up the victory without either Ace Evans or Ray Larson ringside with him.
And as you can see, once again tonight, he's coming out solo. And listen, it's one thing to defeat Spawn, no offense to Spawn, it's a very different thing.
Yeah.
To go against someone as experienced, as seasoned, as aggressive, as intimidating.
Nick Green has a lot of experience as a tag team wrestler. Like you said, he's been wrestling singles lately, but this is, hopefully he's taking this as serious as he can, because there's nobody more serious than the plus size player.
Yeah, absolutely. You're not going to see a smile on his face very often.
Of the Ronin tournament. This match is an elimination match with a 20-minute time limit. Scheduled for... In the corner to my right, weighing in at 300 pounds, walking the way of King's Road, the tsunami of power, old school, Hardier!
I want those monikers.
I want to be a tsunami of power.
I wish I would have thought of that.
In the corner
Yeah, that would
to
have been
my
real
left,
fitting for you too.
from Saginaw, Michigan, representing straight out of Saginaw, the fantastic Nick Green!
And he's definitely been fantastic lately. And I will be intrigued, because this is a classic matchup that we've seen in wrestling time and time again, and seen the variety of ways in which it can go. It's the Goliath, the power man, the big power man against the small speedster. And how will they be able to manage each other through those endeavors to be able to be the one that comes out on top? We think of legends like the Big Show versus Rey Mysterio type of matchups. And this is the kind of a similar trope of what we're looking at here. We've seen Nick Green fly around the ring, high flying, very speedy, very agile. And like you mentioned earlier, Rick Hardier loves to be the slow, methodical, break you down type. And he's got the power and the weight to back that up.
Absolutely. They started with a handshake, which is a great start, and a test of strength. Not the smartest move by Nick.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm not sure I'd want to go collar elbow tie up with Rick. Giving up that much weight.
And once again, Rick literally crushing him down to the mat. But Green trying to fight back, though.
He's pushing him. But Cartier turning it around and then putting Nick Green into the corner. Now just tossing him.
Corner to corner.
Like a rag doll.
I would say Rick probably baited him.
Absolutely. And if you're Nick Green right now, you need to switch strategy. Yeah. Do not do that again.
I'll go back to the well.
He's got to try to keep his head above water. Let's avoid the well reference on that one.
Absolutely.
Because it's going to be hard enough to keep his head above water with Rick Hardier. And now a true test of strength. Jinx!
I'll let you do it.
All right.
Just take me.
All right. Tie ball game for the day.
You guys are going to owe each other a lot of power.
Oh, man. I'm going to have to go all the way to Space Australia. Good thing the Australia Open just started.
And again,
oh my goodness.
One thing that people have to remember is that Rick is a student of the game when it comes to grappling. So you may think you're going to out-wrestle him, but he's been watching all of that for his entire life.
It's so true. You see a man of his size and you think he's gonna hit you with power moves, but he is so insanely technical. It almost defies logic. And look at this, Nick Green, beautifully done. And that is such a devastating submission. It puts pressure on the ankle, on the spine, on the throat, on the neck.
But Hardier flipping over Nick Green. I can't tell for sure. It looks like he might have him in an armbar or a headlock.
A little bit of Americana action there, the twisting on the shoulder cap.
Oh, wow, and look at this. Nick Green, scissors on the head.
If Hardier could just realize how close he is to the ropes right now, he's trying to fend off the leg, and he's able to push it out and get out of the head scissors.
Yeah, well, Rick said up that. Yep.
Quick to the shoulder block to knock down Nick Green, and a leg drop to boot.
Hey, Nick Green, just quick, if you ever listen to this, don't run into a brick wall, buddy.
Oh!
My goodness, Nick Green using some of that speed.
Just rolling out of the way at the perfect time. Taking a little bit of your advice, wasn't running into the brick wall, but wasn't letting the brick wall run into him.
Keep it up.
There we go, yep, starting to get some of that momentum. Again, a splash into the corner.
Hardier dodging this time.
Tried one too many times. Oh. And I will say this, listen, respect to everybody. Rick Hardier has the best chops in the business. They are devastating.
With a quick elbow into a quick cover-up. Kick out after one, though.
I'd like to see the study of statistics on when a wrestler goes over time and
Absolutely.
never works. Trust me, I do it all the time.
There's something about wanting to do it, though, you know?
Nice
Beautiful drop kick.
Good
You
drop
said beautiful and I said nice.
You both said drop kick at the same time. I thought you were going to jinx Totale here.
You know what? Inauguration. And look at this, elbows into the corner for Nick Green, Rick Hardier.
Shoulders.
Or shoulders, rather, yeah, sorry.
And now following it up through the ropes. Hardier looks a little out of it. Enzuigiri over the top rope.
Still not down. Still not down.
Right. Nick Green trying to go to the top.
Up and over. Hardier trying to turn it over with a clothesline and just runs straight through Nick Green.
And just like that, the momentum shifts. 1, 2, and a kick out at 2.
Just turned him inside out with that ball.
From our angle, we saw the back of Rick Hardier running, and it was like a truck just barreling down the road, and there was nothing that could stop him.
Ooh, and Rick Hardier runs into Nick Green's boot.
Nick Green up to the second rope.
DDT. Thanks. Oh.
Trying to get a bounce off the ropes, it looked like, but Hardier turning it around with that suplex.
Yeah, it looked like Nick Green may have slipped off the rope there. He was trying to do a complete tornado and bounce off the ropes.
And now Hardier sizing up Nick Green, looking for a clothesline. Nick Green dodges.
Sling blade. Beautifully done.
And now the momentary respite necessary for Nick Green, trying to rile himself back up, get the crowd back into it, get those juices flowing, prepare himself to be able to take down the plus-size Terminator.
And Rick Hardier
back up.
Hardier's in an excellent ring position.
Flying cross body, in for the cover.
1, 2, this could be it. Oh my goodness gracious.
Hardier kicking out at 2.
And look at this, Nick Green holding his head in frustration. He was so close. But folks, as my mom always said, close only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades.
Again, riling the crowd up. Nick Green getting into it, getting Rick Hardier back up to his feet. But Hardier, spinning back elbow. Picked him up into that neck breaker, in for the cover. 1, 2,
and this could be
3.
it.
Yeah.
And Rick Hardier pulling out the victory.
Strong showing by Rick Hardier.
Absolutely incredible.
Semi-final. Your winner, old school, Rick Hardier.
It's still an impressive showing from Nick Green, being able to take on Rick Hardier that well, have his opportunities, be able to, and all right, we're getting a gentleman's handshake of respect from Rick Hardier to Nick Green after the match is over. But unfortunately, the tournament has ended for Nick Green. Rick Hardier moving on. We're almost there.
Tommy, dreams do come true. 2025, I wished upon a star. I said, star, I want to see two giants collide, and tonight we get to see it.
Big meaty men, side of meat.
Big meaty men, come on, baby.
So in the second round, we will see Rick Hardier take on Kung Fu Kirk, and we will also see saucy Josh Morris take on JJ Hughes to become the first ever Ronin champion here in Super Shogun Wrestling. Now moving on, this match is not part of the tournament. This is not part of the Ronin tournament. It is a singles match to debut Backwoods Bam, making his Shogun debut here in West Branch, Michigan. And he's someone that's traveled a lot of the Midwest. He's wrestled more than a handful of our roster in different places around Michigan, around the surrounding states. And he's seen what everybody's been able to accomplish here. He's seen the scene, he's seen the atmosphere, and wants a piece of it himself. So Backwoods Bam making his debut here in West Branch, Michigan at Super Shogun Wrestling.
Thing, bam.
Like Emerald Lagasse.
Bam!
Backwoods, bam.
Bam. Oh, he just bammed his head against the corner.
Yeah.
So, all right, now it makes sense. I got it.
And the Backwoods, I don't think needs any explanation.
No, not at all.
I think it needs more explanation than the Bam.
Talking about getting fish guts on his boots earlier when I ran into him.
He has more hankies than my grandpa used to have.
This is awesome. Immediate.
Absolutely. Fans going wild over Backwoods Bam.
It's a testimony to see how much he's accomplished outside of this ring already. So whether or not he's going to be able to translate that to the Shogun world. Now, the problem is he's going to go up against somebody that's almost unbeatable these days. Someone you know very well, Mr. Toatelli. The man who took the Super Shogun Wrestling Heavyweight Championship from you after cashing in the Necro Katana back in October.
Oh my goodness.
After winning the
But I won't say them for the kids.
After winning the Graveyard Gauntlet match back in October, Jacob Braun cashed in after Anthony Toatelli had won the Super Shogun Wrestling World Heavyweight Championship after cleanly defeating who was the current champion, Eric Surge. And what a fitting night that was. The display of prowess you had in the ring to take down Eric Surge was palpable. The aggression necessary to take down one of the biggest men we've ever seen in that ring. And for you to be able to climb the mountain and become champion, desecrated by the cash-in of Jacob Braun.
Yeah, that guy was supposed to be my brother. We've been training together and coming to Shogun together, and all of a sudden he can't handle the fact that somebody else besides him is on the top.
Schedule for... Thank you, Shogun. In the corner to my left, from the backwoods of Waterford, Michigan, weighing in at 176 pounds, he is Backwoods Bam!
Cheer for that guy.
Crowd firmly in favor of Backwoods Bam.
In the corner to my left, weighing in at 75 kilograms, representing and fighting out of the fort from Detroit, Michigan, Jacob the Bastard Braun!
Bastard's definitely right for the antics he's had up to more recent times.
Yeah, I mean, a total mental splinter. He went from being a champion you could be proud of to this man who is just a whatever it takes. You know, he used to have theatrics and he used to have fun in the ring. None of that. It is gone. It has been wiped from him. And all that
more garbage in the ring.
All that's left is the bastard.
Although, if I remember correctly, it was a really unfortunate nature when he took the title off you and the trash got thrown in the ring. The trash hit CEO Brody more than it hit Braun.
Oh, he looks like somebody who cracks trash. That makes sense to me.
Of course, this is a non-title match.
The debuting Backwoods Bam after what a glorious introduction from our ring announcer, Chase. Seeing what Super Shogun Wrestling is all about, but Braun,
And look at this.
immediately on the offensive.
Bam was trying to go for a collar and elbow tie-up.
Scoop slam by Braun,
Braun shamefully just hitting him with a knee. Does not care.
and now imitating him.
Yeah, so far since walking out here, he's mocked the ref, Bam, and Toatelli at least 3 times. Oh, Bam!
Stay focused.
Off the ropes goes Bam, but he eats a clothesline from Braun, from the Super Shogun Wrestling World Heavyweight Champion.
But Braun still affected a little bit by that headbutt there. He makes his way to his feet. Bam trying to do the same with the aid of the ropes.
Braun pulling Bam up. Looking to throw him across the ropes, an Irish whip.
Bam ducks it. Oh my
He takes a drop kick right to the jaw with full extension from the lanky body of Braun.
And look at this. Bam doesn't even know what world he's in right now as he eats that boot to the face.
In for the cover. 2. Kick out right at the 2 count.
And look at this.
Braun now gripping Bam around the chin. Got him in a headlock and staring down Toatelli the entire time.
That he decided to take this fight instead of, putting his title on the line and defending it on the show. Instead, he picks a debuting superstar. So let's go, Bam.
Jawbreaker. Bam opens the candy factory and now eats a turnbuckle instead. There ain't nothing sweet about that.
Absolutely not. Just ask George the Animal Steel.
Now an Irish whip from corner to corner, and Bam goes flat onto the mat.
That was a really nice one. Dr. Seuss.
Little do you know, that's my alias.
Oh my
They
goodness.
call me Dr. Danger Seuss.
Backward Bam goes flat on the mat. A Dr. Seuss special.
Bam trying for the single leg.
Yep. No, not having it. Jacob Braun. I mean, look at this. This new version of him is so dangerous. No showboating, no theatrics.
It looks clinical.
Yes, cold and emotional.
Giant piece of crap.
Going from turnbuckle to turnbuckle, Bam getting his head rocked off each top turnbuckle.
And look at this, Bam. He tapped his head like maybe he was wanting
I
it.
think he likes it.
Look,
He does. Now he's doing it himself.
I know when it said Braun was the smartest guy in the world, so.
Braun stuttered for a moment as he was in shock.
He just headbutted his hand as it came in.
Whoa! And a forearm.
Talking about right there. Rocking his world.
And another headbutt. Look at this.
Bam roaring back.
Beautifully done. Whoa. Into a DDT and plants in center of the ring.
Roberts would be proud.
Champ's in trouble. 1, 2, and a kick out at 2 by Braun, but boy, was that getting close.
This could be dangerous territory for Braun if he was overlooking backwoods Bam too much, thinking this might be an easy outing to showboat in front of you, because this match was added a little bit later. I mean, we were aware of it, but you may not have been going into this show tonight. And he might have seen that you were a guest commentator and wanted to showboat in front of you
hang on.
more than anything.
Color me shocked. He wants to be a piece of crap.
Bam fighting out of the fireman's carry.
Not having it. Whoa.
Oh, he's out.
Oh, but he eats that knee.
goodness, knee to the face. And folks, I think we're going to say good night, Irene. 2, 3.
And Braun picks up another win in quick fashion.
And Toatelli,
Your winner.
the softest golf clap.
Soft, just like Braun. Soft. What is that? What did that guy say? SAWFT soft.
That's right.
Still showing his prowess, though, and continuing on an incredible record of Jacob Braun with victory after victory.
And hang on, Braun.
Oh, I think he's grabbing the brass knuckles.
Come now, this is unnecessary. Hang on.
Toatelli getting up.
He's had enough.
Toatelli's not going to sit here and watch Braun use the brass knuckles again. What we saw him use in the triple threat match against Toatelli and Surge last month. Referee Eric Cherry trying to admonish Braun, trying to tell him not to use it. And now Toatelli with a Superman punch to Braun, and Braun looks dazed.
Braun did not see that coming. I don't know what he was thinking, but you can only push a man so far, Tommy.
Bam getting saved by Toatelli, and Toatelli going for the finish.
And Braun smartly rolling out of the ring.
And he's getting out of here as Toatelli stands tall in the center of the ring with the debuting backwards Bam, who picked up a loss, but he picked up a loss against the two-time Super Shogun heavyweight champion, Jacob Braun, who picked up the win tonight.
Grabbing his katana and retreating to the back is Anthony Toatelli, letting Braun know this has not ended, it has just begun.
And a good showing from Bam, debuting into this in what could have been the hardest and possibly worst situation he could have had, but pulling through all right, had some good showing against the champion, and we'll look forward to seeing what he has left in the tank moving forward and how he reassesses his tenure here at Super Shogun Wrestling. And that was a good save, Toatelli. It was a smart move.
Sorry, I almost broke a sweat out there within Braun's ass. Sorry about that.
Almost. And it's one of those things, you know, everybody's got to evolve after coming off losses here and there. Even wins, you got to be able to evolve as you get further in your career as a wrestler. And that's something that we've seen you do a lot recently, too. You know, you've taken the win against Surge. You took the loss to Braun in the triple threat match. And now we see you start to spread your wings even further, going further into like OVW, training there, competing there against some of the best the world has seen, not just Michigan or the Midwest, some of the best wrestlers the world has seen. You and I, from what I hear, Surge as well has been competing in OVW. How's that been going for both of you?
It's been fantastic. Awesome to be a part of OVW, a place that has historic superstars that have come out of that. The biggest names in wrestling have come out of OVW. So
right.
Just to be able to be a part of that, and then hopefully put Super Shogun on the map with the more places that I go, because this is really my home as far as the promotion goes.
Absolutely. And folks, we're on to round 2 of the tournament, baby. Saucy Josh Morris making his way back to the ring. And after seeing the entire first round, if you had to pick a winner right now, who would you put it as?
Me personally, I still got to go with Kirk. You can't sleep on Kirk, and I think he's motivated more than ever to prove that he belongs at the top.
Absolutely. Rick Hardier looking great tonight. Saucy Josh Morris looking great. JJ Hughes looking great. We are in for a night that we will probably never forget.
Yeah, at this point, we're only about halfway through our card up to this point, knowing that you still have the semifinals, the second round, and the finals of this tournament, and we have a massive, massive six-man tag to happen later on this evening, where we're going to see the tag team champions, the Den, go up against new hot challengers, Oh So Delicious, with each of them being partnered with a third competitor, one being Red Tiger, the other being the Great Akuma, two of which we know have some of the worst blood imaginable between the two here at Shogun.
How does Josh have so much energy already?
Crazy. Must be the sauce.
It's got to be the sauce.
Somebody put me on the sauce, because I need some of that.
The sauce versus the chat, baby.
You want to talk about having reserves of energy? That would be a definition, an autobiography of the Chap Daddy. It seems like no matter what he goes through, he finds a second, third, fourth, fifth win. Look at him. He's out there dancing with the crowd right now. He went through a full match earlier this evening against Stephen Lyrics, where he took a lot of hard hits.
Absolutely. And you have to wonder, Tommy and Anthony, how much is this psychological? How much is it him being exhausted but not presenting exhausted? You know?
Valid point. All I can say is that I'm Josh Morris. I'm making sure I'm not getting chapped because I got the sauce on deck.
Absolutely.
It is an interesting philosophical match now we're looking at. What's stronger, the sauce or the chapstick?
Because nary does a sauce or a chap mix.
That's true. Or the result. The chap is usually a result of the sauce.
That's true. Blister your lips with the sauce, you got to reapply.
Now, on the Ronin tournament. The second round matches have a 30-minute time limit, but still are scheduled
I bet it's one fall. Look at that.
I don't know if that was precognition, but it was a little spook.
From Bricktown, Pennsylvania, weighing in at a crisp 202 pounds, he is Saucy Josh Morris!
I will give Josh Morris this. He has really improved his physique and getting into shape and looking more like an athlete the last couple years. So kudos to him.
Absolutely.
And bad news for Roberto Cruz from the runways of New York, weighing in at 190 pounds, the irresistible, the main attraction, your Champ Daddy, JJ Hughes!
Most of his athleticism in his hips, I think.
Yeah, very aggressive.
Yeah.
Very aggressive hip strikes.
Lots of thrust here. Okay.
And folks, while you certainly can expect a little ridiculous out of these two, make no mistake that these two are going to throw down now that the bell has rung. And this is it, man. This is for all the marbles. One person's going to lose, and one person's going to win and move on in the tournament.
Yeah, it's really for most of the marbles. Not quite all of them yet.
Not all of them yet, but
You can lose all your marbles now, but you can't win them all back yet. And now a bit of an argument between the two on whether or not to stay moist and reapply.
Well, I thought I would assume Josh Morris is always moist with the sauce.
absolutely. And here we go. Oh, once again, J.J. Hughes has ducked a collar and elbow tie-up to reapply twice in a row. And you can see it's getting under Josh Morris's skin. He is getting very frustrated, which is exactly it's exactly what Hughes wants. He knows. He's got the mind games. He gets in your head and he wins the fight before the fight even starts. And look at this.
That's about as psychological as it gets. Yeah, I'm just saying. You're going to
I'm
that back on me.
Oh! And now here comes the serious JJ with a drop kick.
Second one, he only clipped him with that second one there.
Just enough.
Whoa!
Oh.
And look at this. Morris wants nothing to do with J.J. Hughes rolling to the outside very smartly. Oh, my goodness. And nowhere to go.
Stuck between Bad News Roberto Cruz and the Batty Matty 5.
And now it looks like he's going for a ride. Beautiful scoop slam there.
Slammed down right into the center of that red mat. Hughes reapplying as he's got Josh Morris in the corner. Reversal on the Irish whip. Hughes up onto the second.
Beautiful. 1, 2.
That cross body.
That cross body that Hughes was able to utilize after getting whipped into the ropes, leaping off that middle rope.
Good roll with the chapstick again. He's probably got the moistest lips out there.
Look, it is really cold out. It's really dry because of how cold it is here in Michigan. You never know.
Oh, my goodness.
That basement drop kick doing full damage.
And this time he's going to do it. Oh, I thought I was calling the Bronco Buster. I called it a little too early, folks.
Not yet.
That's what happens when you assume, Jesse. We talked about this.
Now he just threw it back on Josh Morris again. A little more violently that time.
And Morris on the outside of the ring on the apron there.
Hughes asking the crowd if he should moist them up. Oh, but there was a little bit of a bait in there as Morris.
Oh, no, and he's
Hung
taking
up
J.J.
Hughes.
Hughes' headband.
He's applied the headband.
And look at this.
They're not using that middle rope.
Distracted.
Cruz, though, coming up and around. But the referee, Sean, gets it in time to help break it.
It looked like Cruz might have been about to interfere, maybe a little of the old ways kicking back in, but
Well, I mean, those were some of the tricks that we saw Cruz and JJ implement time in and time out when they first started as a tag team. So he knows what those tricks look like. So he knows sometimes he's gonna have to get involved to stop them.
and look at this, Morris corner to corner. Big body splash, and Hughes falls to his knees and reapplies right before he falls. It's like it's instinct. His body just muscle memory reapplies. It's crazy.
Morris now getting Hughes back up to his feet. Maybe looking to finish this off. Picks him up, but Hughes breaks out of it.
I think a thumb to an eye, and then, oh my goodness.
That one was a thumb to the eye for sure.
I think they both are. They're both holding an eye apiece. Oh.
Roberto Cruz.
And that was bad news for Josh Morris.
Big trip up from Cruz, and now Hughes taking advantage with the basement drop kick.
Yeah, but did you see that? JJ's a little upset.
1, 2, and a kick out after 2. Yeah, I don't think JJ wants the help right now. I think if he wins, he wants to be a consummate champion who has won it fairly and squarely right now.
Throat chop from Morris.
A little Tracy Smothers action.
Wow, beautiful neck breaker there, and Hughes is in real trouble.
He's folded up. In for the cover.
1, 2, this could be it.
Not quite enough just yet. Referee showing at a count of 2. Morris can't believe it.
They tried to rubber band his headband out of the ring. It didn't work, so he threw it in frustration.
You gotta be careful with some of those headbands. You're not sure on the fabric on it. They're not as elastic.
Yeah, I was going to say the elasticity.
And now shoulders right to the midsection of Hughes. Morris in complete control.
They're just taking a lot of abuse from this man.
Yes, absolutely.
Even if he does make it to the final round and work through this, you gotta wonder how much damage has he taken up to this point and how much of a problem would it be. But still trying to work through right now. Ducks the body splash.
JJ saw it coming, and folks, as these later rounds go on, it only stands to reason that they're going to get harder. The better competitor tonight has succeeded and moved on. The matches are supposed to get harder. Then look at these beautiful spinning back elbows.
Ducks the line of Morris. And another cross body.
This time rolls all the way off, follow through. Morris in trouble. Wow.
Disaster kick from this middle rope.
1,
Into the cover.
2. Oh my goodness.
Kick out after 2. And I think one interesting fact is, we just watched Hughes do a flurry of those big high-risk maneuvers off the ropes, leaping off the center turnbuckles, everything like that. As the matches go on, as each round continues, those are going to get more and more riskier. They're going to become more high risk because of how tired you get, depending on how flexible the ropes get after taking all of the damage from everybody running into him.
Cruz grabbing a chair from underneath the ring.
And look at this. Once again, trying up, and it looks like once again there may be a little bit of frustration. He was saying, I don't want to do it this way.
Man, JJ's not a fan. Oh my lord, and a drop kick.
Oh my goodness, Hughes moves out of the way.
And Cruz eats the chair. Morris, though, now taking advantage.
Oh,
Blue Thunder Bomb.
without sitting down for it. Oh my goodness, I thought that was
Still
it.
kicks out. Morris taking advantage of the distraction as Hughes was looking down after taking the chair shot to the head. The Batty Matty fine, taking a look at Cruz, making sure he's okay. But this all spurred out of an argument between Cruz and Hughes on whether or not Hughes should use the chair. Hughes did not want to do that because he wants to do this on his own accord and do it the right way. But Cruz just trying to help give him any edge that he can to win this match and move on.
And now Morris has Hughes up on the top turnbuckle. JJ Hughes in a very bad place right now.
Superplex.
Looking for a superplex to finish this off.
And he hits up there.
That's 2 superplexes for the night. He rolls up and through.
And he holds on to it. Hang on. Oh, no, he let it go. I thought he was trying to hold it.
I think he's going to go for that basement kick again.
Yeah. This is the same thing he did to Shining Vince Diamond. He hit the superplex. Oh! Hits him with the flatliner. Oh, 1, 2, 3! Hughes out of nowhere. That is it.
JJ Hughes to the finals, fellas.
Oh, my goodness.
We have our first finalist in the Ronin tournament.
But that man has a mountain to climb in the finals. Whether Kung Fu Kirk wins or Rick Hardier wins, he's in some serious trouble.
Yeah, really, he's going to be sitting in the back, recovering, getting ready for the final, hoping that that match goes the full half-hour time limit, and those two beat the ever-loving crap out of each other.
Absolutely.
Interesting to know as well that he's going to have to go to the back. JJ's going to have to go to the back and have a conversation with Roberto Cruz because, you know, he obviously didn't want him to get involved, and there was twice there that he tried to help him out.
And quite frankly, Cruz almost cost him the match by interfering at all.
Morris was able to take control of the situation right at that moment when Cruz and Hughes were having that discussion after Cruz getting hit by the chair, and it easily could have gone Morris's way right then and there. But to Hughes putting on the show, being strong, staying firm, and picking up the win.
What do you want me to do about it? I'm doing a job. Different job for them, man.
And Morris extremely frustrated.
Still had a good showing.
He did. He did a great job.
Oh, I yelled at
Nearly had that in the bag. So, nonetheless, you could see him as a future front runner, #1 contender for the Ronin tournament, depending on how the rest of this plays out. But we are looking ahead to the next match to find out who is going to be facing JJ Hughes in the finals. And this is the match JLC's been looking forward to pretty much all night, probably all week, maybe even all month. Who knows? All year.
I have wanted, all
last year.
The whole 2025, baby. No, I mean, if you told me what's your dream match in Super Shogun, this might be it right here. Red Tiger. I want you in Red Tiger. I know that that's a gentleman's match. You guys are both consummate champions in the ring, but the athleticism, the strength, the versatility of your guys' weapons in your arsenal, I just think it would be just so excellent.
I'm surprised this match is a rematch. I think they've had 2 or 3 matches.
Yeah, but now, Shogun, it was so early on, it was in its infancy. These guys have had time to acclimate to strong style a little bit more, to watch each other. They have more footage to study. I just feel like tonight is going to be a very special night, especially with the title on the line.
Yeah, I think that
I think you're muted, Tom, somehow. Your thing is red. There you go. I hear it.
Are we back? Hey, look at that.
Hi, pal.
I understand how this works. Yeah, I mean, at this point, we're looking at like nine matches for Rick Hardier here, and 12 matches for Kung Fu Kirk.
Who doesn't need any music.
All right, hang on a second. I'm going to see what's going on.
The crowd is...
don't worry, guys. I got this acapella.
This doesn't tell you how behind them they are. Behind the crowd is behind Kirk. Like, this is it. They're singing his theme song.
Absolutely.
Who is it, Joe Hendry?
I don't know. And look at this. He is so excited. A little bit of technical difficulties with the music, but we're just going to move on from that because, folks, this is not a music show. This is a wrestling show, and we want to see the wrestling. And look at this, Kung Fu Kirk making his way to the ring.
I hope no one in this crowd is a vegan or a vegetarian because we're about to get all the meat.
That's it, baby. It's what's for dinner. And here we go.
All right, everybody, sorry for the technical difficulties. We were having issues with the music getting played out. So Kung Fu Kirk took it on himself to come out without any music, but we got that fixed, and we're seeing his opponent now make his way to the ring. Rick Hardier, you hear the music playing now. And there he is, the plus-size Terminator. For our second round match, our semifinal, our last semifinal. Yeah, as I was saying before, I mean, in its infancy, that's where Shogun was at when these two were really starting to clash, where they became and epitomized the idea of the gatekeepers of Super Shogun Wrestling. Now, Hardier with 9 matches under his belt, or actually 10, including the first round, here in Shogun. Kirk sitting at 13 matches here in Shogun. I mean, he's been here almost every show. It's incredible.
This match has a 30-minute time limit and scheduled for... In the corner to my left, the King's Road. The tsunami of power. He is
Apparently.
Rick Hardier!
Cartier, no nonsense.
And look, the crowd was a little bit behind him, but Kung Fu Kirk, I mean, you're not going to bet against that guy. You're not going to cheer against him.
Arn Anderson and Rick Cartier.
265 pounds.
Coming out with a little Steve Serino attire tonight, too.
Kung Fu Kirk!
And look at this.
That's my dog, my Oos. Well, I wouldn't say that.
You know, another big difference is now the height and size advantage goes to Rick Cartier now.
Yeah. But I think the grappling probably. Ring the bell. The Kirk, as someone that's training with Kirk.
Absolutely, and here we go, folks. Slow, methodical circling.
And we saw this out of Rick Hardier in the first round, going in for a gentleman's handshake. We saw him shake hands with Nick Green before and after the match.
I think Kirk is just a little hesitant. He doesn't want to get caught in a trap. So I understand you're trying to be honorable, but I also know that everything's at stake right now.
It looks like he graciously accepts the handshake.
All right.
And a gentle release from both of them.
And look at this. Cartier is standing in the center of the ring, and look at this. Kirk comes up to meet him.
Now they're going face to face. They're nose to nose. And now they're just going to start throwing haymakers at each other. Yes! This is what I wanted!
Look at all that ham, bro. They're being
Oh, my goodness. They're beating the living hell out of each other in the center of the ring. Oh, the European uppercut in his head being right off his head.
And now following it up with chops across the chest.
And here we go. So much momentum in the ring. Whoa.
big shoulder tackle.
Neither man goes down. Kirk calling for it again.
It's insane.
Off the ropes goes Cartier. And they stand each other up still. Kirk on his feet.
He was wobbly. Weebles wobble, but they don't fall down. Kirk going to give it a try. Absolutely. Boom! And every single time, it's like, who's going to go down? Is something going to happen? Unstoppable force.
Drop toe hold by Rick Hardier, turning it around. He went for the gentleman's sportsmanly thing at the beginning of the match, but the bell has rung, and it is no holds. Well, it's not no holds barred, but metaphorically speaking,
Absolutely.
He's got to do what he's got to do to win at this point. Now they are looking at the possibility of becoming the first ever Ronin champion here in Super Shogun Wrestling. We have our tag team champions. We have our super heavyweight champion. We're looking to crown the first ever Ronin champion here in the first show of 2025.
Right there.
Beautifully done by Kung Fu Kirk. And Anthony, let me ask you this. How significant is it that this match is coming after J.J. Hughes? So really, theoretically, Hughes is definitely going to get more rest time.
Yeah, he's going to get lots of rest. Hopefully, you want to see him at his best. But one of these guys is going to have to come off this match and go straight into the finals.
Yeah, I mean, there's literally only one match separating this match from the finals of the tournament.
Yeah, we did.
Throwing hands.
Oh, my goodness.
We have the six-man tag match in between the second and final round to at least give a little bit of a break to some,
using those kicks. That's right. Continue, Tommy.
to give the competitors a little bit of a rest between the second round and the finals. Hopefully they can gain some respite back and prepare themselves to be crowned champion.
And folks, let me tell you something. We got these headphones on. Sometimes it's not easy to hear everything. You can hear those chops.
Good Lord. Sounds like a gun kick.
It's like Street Fighter 2. He was like E. Honda, just slapping him so many times. 100 hand slaps there by Rick Cartier.
And now dodging out of the corner was Kirk. Kirk looking to run up on Rick. Hits him with a clothesline.
More strikes in this match so far than there was in the Mike Tyson Jay Carl fight.
Absolutely.
It should be on that.
Oh my goodness. Corner to corner goes Kirk. And you can tell the weight loss. I mean, the speed is improving. Ooh, but not enough. And look at this Cartier holding on to him, not going to let him just fall to his knees.
Looking to set him up. Ripcord lariat.
1, 2, this could be it already.
Again, shade the Stan Hansen right there.
Absolutely.
Taking his head off. Again, crowd behind Kirk.
Yep.
No quitting that dude. Trust me, I've tried.
Oh my goodness.
Blocks the line.
Oh, big power.
Going for that
slam.
Yeah, he was looking to try to get that scoop slam in there. Didn't quite fully get him lifted up. You could see the wear and tear starting to take its toll on Kirk and Hardier, and that was prevalent right there. But to be fair, anybody picking up, 300 pounds even of Rick Hardier?
Absolutely.
He got punched in the head.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, a difficult task no matter what. But Tommy, you're right. You could definitely tell. You know, the fatigue is starting to set in.
There's only so much the body can take no matter how much you train.
And if you're Hughes in the back, this is what you're loving.
You're loving this. You're moistening your lips as you're reapplying watching this because he is getting prepared as these two slug it out and take everything out of each other.
And look at this, Rick smartly trying to isolate a leg and an ankle.
Take a big man down by his tree trunks. That's the smart move. If he doesn't have a foundation to move on.
And look at this, he's got the ropes. And Cartier let go at a hold of 2. He could have held it all the way up to 4.5 there, and he lets it go. Kirk trying to make his way to his feet, but Cartier's all over him right now.
Gets him in that side headlock, looking to set him up for a suplex. Kirk, though, fighting out of it.
I don't have any of that.
Right hands to the midsection of Cartier. Ducks the line. Looking to send him off the ropes with an Irish whip.
Ducks the clothesline, does Cartier. Oh!
It just manhandles Kirk. 1, 2, 3.
And that's it, folks.
Haymaker out of nowhere.
A haymaker line takes Kirk out of nowhere. And that right there is another testament of what we were talking about with how much the fatigue coming into play. That was something you may not have expected Kirk to lose on, but because of all the damage, the wear and tear of the first match and this one,
Kirk's out of it.
And listen, make no mistakes, Rick Cartier, that is not a man you want to get hit that hard by.
no, not at all.
And look at this, perhaps kneeling to help Kirk up. Yeah, extending a hand.
Titans here at Shogun right there.
And hey, listen, when I said I wanted this match, that's what I wanted. I wanted 2 big boys hitting as hard as they can.
And you sure as hell got that. The gatekeepers of Super Shogun Wrestling, the plus-size Terminator Rick Hardier and Kung Fu Kirk, this time in their story, their saga, the plus-size Terminator comes out with the win and punches his ticket to the finals of the Ronin tournament, where he is going to face off one-on-one against Chap Daddy JJ Hughes to become the inaugural Ronin champion in our main event.
Couldn't have 2 differing styles in the finals.
No, not at all.
Absolutely. But first, 6-man tag team.
Everybody loves a little tag team action, gives a little bit of time for Cartier and Hughes to recover and prepare for their main event final showdown.
Did they get a phone call from Teddy Long?
Tag team match. I'm pretty sure the Undertaker's coming out.
And folks, this next match, man, the dynamics in here, a lot of bad blood.
It's one of those matches where there's so much story going on that it almost writes itself. We see Oh So Delicious, Fantastic Camden Francis, and Cake Monster making their way out to the ring for a coming hot off of a triple threat tag team match win against CFR and Steven Lyrics and Mad Dog and JJ, which taking down JJ and Mad Dog as a tag team was an incredible feat for them. And now rising up the tag team ranks.
That is Minions.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's a Minion, all right.
My goodness. I've seen some exotic tights in my days, but
It's a little something new.
And you know, if you're also delicious, you win in a triple threat tag team match against two other excellent teams. This is a very contentious title picture. A win tonight,
Rolling on the
tag team
cage.
champions.
Yeah, they're staring down the barrel, looking at the target, which is directly pointed at the Den. The tag team champions. They want those titles. They're on a run. They feel like they have the wherewithal, the power, and the knowledge to take down the champions. And this is going to be their first test at doing so, albeit in a 6-man tag match. But nonetheless, that dynamic is going to be something big to watch for on how the Den interact with Oh So Delicious. Now, their third member of this 6-man tag match, and it's going to be Oh So Delicious, tag teaming with none other than the Wrestle Cat himself, Red Tiger.
Now, Red Tiger, it's interesting because, he was in the Graveyard Gauntlet match, lost. He has been out on injury a lot lately. And so this is really his first match back in a very long time. And we're going to see what he's got left in the gas tank tonight.
Obviously, you can hear from the cheers, a crowd favorite. And this is where I think a hell of a dynamic is going to happen in this matchup. Red Tiger is going to be on one side, and partnering up with the Den is going to be the Great Akuma. We've seen Akuma and Red Tiger battling fiercely, interfering with each other, time in and time out for about a year.
Yeah.
And they will just not let each other go.
They hate each other nearly as much as you and Jacob Braun.
Close competition.
And does that minion outfit have one eye? One
Yeah.
eye hole. You'd have to think that's going to affect his ability to see, but who knows?
I don't know, but I'm uncomfortable looking at it. I'm not going to lie. I'm sorry. The one eye thing. It's one thing to have the minion on the singlet part. I think I'm okay with that. But the one eye on the face mask,
Look, they're mask buddies.
I don't know what to look at.
He wants to give him like a high five, like, hey, look, we're mask buddies. Oh, man. What an honor.
Red Tiger wants our ring announcer Chase to put on his vest.
That's not very neutral of the ring announcer.
Yeah, but it fits pretty good.
It looks nice, though. I mean, I'm not going to lie. If Red Tiger gave me his vest and told me I could wear it,
Petting the tiger.
You got to subdue him, and here we go.
here comes the nemesis of the Wrestle Cat. Great Akuma making his way out.
That got creeps me out.
Yeah, absolutely. And listen, there are a lot of people in Super Shogun who will do whatever it takes to win, but this has got to be one of the seediest, most underhanded wrestlers we have. You see him spit mist in people's face, use weapons,
Fire.
Set people on fire.
Yeah, I don't want to forget that. You set somebody on fire.
I'm not going to lie, when I was walking around before the show started in some of the supply areas, I saw the lighter fluid, and I'm not going to lie, I got a little scared of what was to come because we knew this match was happening. And I don't want to see someone get lit on fire. I don't want to see that happen to Red Tiger again. But you never know when it comes to the Great Akuma. And when you're pairing someone as dangerous as Akuma with the two most dangerous men in Shogun Wrestling, the tag team champions, the Den, Caesar Asher, and the Mighty Bojack making their way out.
And you'll notice Mighty Bojack, right knee wrap. He has been injured for quite a while on that right knee now. And, I asked him before the show, I said, surgery or anything like that? He said, nope, I've just been rehabbing it, relaxing, letting it get better. He said, but it is still a little bit tender. And so you have to wonder if that's going to be a target area for the opposing team.
Still not three guys that I want to see in the back alley or running.
Look, at the end of the day, what I'm saying is, I wouldn't worry about whether or not that knee is a target for the other team. What I'm worried about is the other team being a target of Caesar and Bojack. Coming off losses last month in singles competition, Bojack getting pinned for the very first time by Shining Vince Diamond. Caesar losing a singles match to Kung Fu Kirk.
And look at this, they realize behind them,
They have got to be livid looking for vengeance and ready to destroy whomever is across the ring from him, regardless.
As someone that's faced both of these guys, not something that I'd want to do again unless I absolutely have to. I wasn't, let's just say it took me about a week to feel normal again.
I'm surprised it only took a week.
Fast healer, cryotherapy, you know. As much as I love Ursa the Wizard, these guys, this guy, they're all over this.
I mean, they're just a devastating.
This match is a six-man tag team match. Scheduled with a 30-minute time limit. In the corner to my right. They don't believe me. I can already feel it now. Weighing in at 210 pounds and 210-pound cakes from your kitchen pantry in South Bend, Indiana. The fantastic Camden Francis and Kate Monster are so delicious! Their third man from Detroit, Michigan.
I don't think the Den's Indian fans.
Weighing in at 238 pounds. The WrestleCast. Red Tiger!
Yeah,
Would you really expect the Den to be Pixar fans?
Right. Yeah, I was gonna say I wouldn't expect to see both of them sitting in the theater watching Despicable Me 4.
The corner to
Maybe they're just not big Steve Carell. Right. Not fans of The Office.
But Dan in real life, they caught that one.
The Great Akuma!
Ooh. A lot of hate for that guy.
His tag team.
Yeah, they act like you set someone on fire or something.
Weighing in at 720 pounds of pain from the fearsome heights of Mount Rushmore, the Dean of Mean Caesar Asher, and the mighty Bojack, your Super Shogun Tag Team Champions,
And folks, regardless of the wins and losses that the Den has, here's the truth. As simply as I can put it, there has been one set of tag team champions in Super Shogun Wrestling, and you're looking at them right now.
Yeah, winning it.
Absolutely.
Winning those titles back in March in our inaugural Tag Team Championship tournament, taking down 3 other tag teams along the way.
Yeah, nearly held these titles for a year now.
Yep. And it looks like Red Tiger and Akuma are going to start this matchup.
Starting hot right here.
I've got a feeling like Akuma's going to tag out of this one.
And wow, I was not expecting these two to go at it right away, but the hatred is real.
Crowd rallying for Tiger.
He definitely has some vengeance on his mind, I'm sure.
And there's the mind games right there. Akuma going to tag out and bringing in the muscle, the meat, the mighty Bojack.
And look at this though, Red Tiger. Impossible though it may seem, I believe is a little bit taller than Bojack.
I think Bojack's fro is the same height as Red Tiger.
Mask.
Yeah.
We'll better see if Red Tiger's time off helps it.
Oh my goodness.
With Bojack is my first opponent back.
No. Usually when you're coming back, you kind of want to ease in a little bit. I think this is the exact opposite.
Yeah, that's what Braun was trying to do.
Oh my goodness. And somehow WrestleCat not moving. Oh,
WrestleCat trip.
Bojack up.
Yep.
With the trip.
Tricky little cat.
He's got to be careful. The heights of Mount Rushmore are so high right now. He makes a trip. He's going to be tumbling for a while. Ooh. Doesn't want to turn one loss into 2 real fast.
And look at this, Bojack immediately asserting his power. Red Tiger, though, slips out the back.
again, not a
Ooh! Distracted by Cake Monster and Camden Francis, and now it's a menage a trois of pain.
Usually you got to pay double for that, JLC.
That's not hard.
Oh my goodness, barely getting him up and slamming him down.
Red Tiger trying to scoop slam Bojack, and Bojack frantically getting out of the way and tagging out, bringing in Caesar Asher and taking a moment.
Dean and Mean getting some chance out here.
You know, again, I think it's one of those things that your body of work, it's like you can't help but be impressed by the Den, regardless of how you feel about them. And here we go. Caesar gets tripped up. But he hangs on. He went for the
boy. Went for the single leg.
Wow. Really well done.
Leg right there.
And Tiger returning the favor to kick out before a 1 count even happens.
Goes for the backslide. Kick out.
That was a lot closer than I bet Caesar Asher wanted it to be.
It looks pretty kicked off.
And look at this. They've gone through now each member of their team, and Red Tiger is yet to make a tag on his side.
But Red Tiger's been able to keep most control going.
Oh my goodness.
That one took him down.
That's a massive shoulder tackle. And the dynamic of a 6-man tag match can be real interesting to the extent of it's almost like you're playing chess. You're out there, you're trying to find what piece works best against each other piece. And that doesn't mean that you have to be better than all three. You can tag in and out and figure out whose style works best against the other one. You don't need a strategy against everybody. Just somebody has to have a strategy against another.
Oh my goodness. Red Tiger and Cake Monster working really, really well in tandem there.
The mask. Gotta be the mask.
Yeah, mass connection.
And now Caesar in control, takes Cake Monster to the Den and Akuma's corner. Tagging back in is the mighty Bojack.
Oh, Akuma holding his arms back.
Look at that referee right away seeing that, trying to break it up. Caesar Asher mocking the other corner to the side as the mighty Bojack is in firm control of this match now.
And now
That's rude.
going right into the camera.
Poked his eye.
And into the emotions. Look at that one-eyed.
And the Cyclops that is known as Cake Monster is in the wrong corner right now.
You can't see the man with one eye. Is that it?
I've seen him
With 2 eyes.
with 2 eyes. So I don't know how this works.
Are you sure there were 2 eyes?
I mean, it was behind a mask.
And
And look at this. Oh my goodness. Isolating that left leg and now attacking the knee of Cake Monster. Frequent tags.
Ain't much to dry.
Absolutely.
and now got him in a headlock right back into the center of the ring.
Make his eyeball.
And Cake Monster, he really needs to get out of this. He needs to make a
Only
tag.
got one. If that eyeball pops, he's got nothing left. He's blind.
Yeah.
Unless he has 2 eyes, but only one can work at a time. So if he gets one poked out, the other one is down.
Something with it. Oh my lord.
Wow.
He ate that cake.
Yep.
And he's making Caesar eat that cake.
And now off the ropes.
Oh.
A hip tackle right across the face of Caesar.
Camden Francis makes his way in. Side Russian left sweep by Cake Monster.
Off the ropes goes Francis. Wow. Just falling right into him and in for an immediate cover.
A little headbutt action.
Leap.
Mad right there.
Yeah, a leaping forearm.
Another tag, frequent tags now on the side of Cake Monster and Camden Francis.
That was some impressive flexibility by Francis getting that boot up there.
Playing with back that cake up.
Off the middle rope.
Oh, beautiful splash. And oh, that's it. Bojack's had quite enough.
He's tired of it.
Referee quickly gaining control of the ring, get the cake out.
Didn't know he signed up for damage.
I didn't think that was something I was ever going to have to say. Get the cake out of the ring.
It's something I've had to do in my many years.
And look at this. Caesar Asher scouts his perfect move.
The snap on that slam.
Kick out after 2, but Camden Francis is in a bad way after that.
Crowd chanting he wants cake.
I don't think he wants cake at all.
I don't think so.
All I know for sure is the last thing I would want to do is get in the middle of that ring with all 6 of those.
Absolutely. Another tag. In comes the great Akuma. Ooh.
Good tag team work between Akuma and Caesar Asher now.
Head off.
In for the cover.
Another kick out after 2 by Camden Francis. And look at this. Akuma very cleverly isolating that leg, dragging him to the other side of the ring so that Camden cannot possibly get to his corner. Now discarding those forearm pads. And now Camden Francis stuck in the turnbuckle as the great Akuma goes to work.
He is in trouble.
Absolutely.
A reverse drop kick. And now yelling right into Francis's face.
Beautiful knee to the stomach.
And now looking for a little vintage Akuma.
Gonna go up. And look at this. The Den.
Attack of Bojack.
Wow. Beautifully done. And now Bojack in.
Off the ropes.
And Camden Francis is in
Splash.
real trouble. This
This
could be
might
it.
help. 2. Kick out after 2. Somehow Camden Francis kicking out of that.
Red Tiger and Cake Monster having a lot of faith that Camden's going to kick out by not being in that ring to protect him just in case.
He's spent a lot of time in the ring up to this point, and he's been dismantled for a lot of it.
And they're still in the center of the ring. Camden trying to fight back.
Bojack cutting him down with those forearms across the back. Now Snapmare takedown. Chop across the back.
And you know, what makes that so much worse is when someone gives you the chop, at least you see it coming and kind of brace. He did not see that one coming.
I thought he was going to do a cool move. Then he just put him in the corner.
Yeah, right into a little headlock there.
That's what the Den do to you. They keep you guessing every step of the way. That's how they win, time in and time out.
Even worse is he's got Camden Francis close enough to the corner range to reach, but not close enough to make the tag.
I'll tell you, as someone who calls a lot of their matches, they do that so frequently. They'll literally let you get close on purpose to taunt you, to make you. It's like the Dark Knight Rises. They give you the hope and then take it away.
I probably don't remember that game.
Fair enough. They've hit me in the head a few times, actually.
Actually, yeah, that was quite a while ago. Jawbreaker by Camden
Hang
Francis.
on.
Bojack out on his feet.
Yeah, actually stunned here for once. Camden Francis though on the wrong side of the ring. No!
Whoa, body.
Kind of like a spine buster, but he doesn't go down with it.
Spine buster there.
There cannot be much left in the tank of Camden Francis after that.
He desperately needs a tag. But how are you going to make a tag when there's two other fresh people on the outside?
Right, that's the problem, is like the Den and the Great Akuma have been tagging in and out a lot. And they've all stayed fresh. Now, Cake Monster and Red Tiger haven't been in the match for a while, so they're probably fresh too. But if Camden Francis never gets to them, it don't matter.
Right, they can be the freshest two people in the world and it ain't going to make a difference.
Bojack running into the corner, straight through Camden Francis.
Tagged in.
And now some of the tag team work we're used to seeing
Before.
Caesar throwing Bojack into Francis. And now Francis being taken for a ride by Caesar Asher.
Get out of there.
And F5 to finish off Camden Francis. But Cake Monster
And look at
and
this.
Red Tiger breaking up the pin.
Big save.
Quite enough of that. But that, make no mistake, folks, if they had not interrupted, this match would be over.
I think Akuma and Bojack were yelling at the referee, but I think Akuma was talking in Japanese, and Bojack was asking, what did he say? I think he was asking. Yeah, I think he was asking the ref, what did Akuma say? I might have misinterpreted that completely, but if that's the case, that's kind of hilarious that they were able to break down the language barrier nonetheless and be able to work so well as a team together as they've had firm control for, I mean, I'm looking at the time on this, maybe about 10 minutes or so.
Just without no international boundaries.
Absolutely. And Caesar Asher.
Put the hands up, Camden.
Clubbing blows.
Caesar Asher knocked Cake Monster out. The crowd was calling for Red Tiger, but Camden Francis is just in no state to even make it to his corner.
And if I'm Camden Francis and Cake Monster, you can't let the Den beat you. Otherwise, you have no, you're not going to have any say about being at the top challenge that you can.
Yeah, it's a very precarious situation because it's not against them specifically, but Camden Francis showing the fight.
And hang on.
Oh no.
Look at the power of Caesar Asher.
Into a fireman's carry and now slamming him straight down.
Yeah, Francis showed some fire there, but just put out quickly.
Now going up to the middle rope. We've seen him do the moonsault from the top rope before. He's going up to the top. He could be looking for it.
He does. Camden Francis rolls out of the way, and this is his best shot.
Gets nothing. Camden Francis with a huge Mortal Kombat-esque kick right there.
But it may have taken the last ounce of energy he had. It may have been more wise to just make the tag.
I'll tell you one thing, for how much damage Camden Francis has taken up to this point, that's a hell of a fire-up he just had.
Absolutely. He took that incredible spinning Falcon arrow from Caesar Asher and still somehow managed to get the energy to get out of the way. Incredibly done by Camden Francis. Nice shove to the head by Caesar as he makes his way in. And hang on!
Here comes the big cat.
And the mighty Bojack.
With the line. Oh, and the middle finger.
As my kids would say, the bad finger given to great Akuma. He gave him the middle paw.
Yeah.
Red Tiger laying out both members of the Den.
And hang on, folks. The numbers game finally catching up with Red Tiger here.
Akuma looking to get involved now, too, as the Den have control. But Tiger taking down both members of the Den with a clothesline.
Hang on, doesn't even see Akuma.
Now he does, and they are face to face.
Mask versus Blueface.
He's one of the Blue Man group.
Or maybe he's just a good friend of Tobias Funk.
Oh, head to head.
And look at this, these two.
Oh, and now the whole thing's broken down. Chaos has erupted.
The ref's got to get control of that right there.
A lot easier said than done, unfortunately. Tiger getting thrown out of the ring.
With such volatility. The Den don't listen. Akuma don't listen. Red Tiger's not in a state to listen.
So delicious.
Oh!
Hitting, knocked back down.
And the mighty Bojack. They don't call him mighty for nothing.
Absolutely.
Bojack now picking up Camden Francis. Caesar getting to the top rope.
And now the Den doing what the Den does best. Tag team work. Isolation. And then destruction. They're about to pile bodies, I think. Oh my goodness. What is this?
Car wreck out there.
This is not. Oh my.
Caesar's looking to stand on Camden Francis. What a splash! Cake Monster taking all of it. Oh, and drop by Bojack onto Francis. But Tiger's the legal man.
Absolutely.
At what cost? At what cost of those moves? do damage to not just Oh So Delicious, but the den as well.
Absolutely, and oh my goodness, now we find Red Tiger in the ring finally with Akuma. Everybody else is down. Oh, Caesar back up behind.
Nope.
Caesar not letting Red Tiger go face to face with Akuma.
Taking him down the belly to back there.
Big Bow Stunner! Mighty Bojack out of nowhere with the Big Bow Stunner.
And hang on, Flapjack! Double Flapjack by Oh So Delicious.
Akuma looking to get involved.
Slice. Oh no! Rolls out of it.
And look at that, still took him down.
Cutter.
Beautiful cutter by Caesar Asher, and now all of a sudden the Den and the Great Akuma once again in control.
It's Caesar Asher rolling back to his own corner. Great Akuma going out of the ring.
And hang on, everybody's rolling out of the ring, and there's only one man who's standing tall, or trying to. And here we go. Finally, these two able to go at it. Red Tiger not having any of it. Pride Rock Bottom coming.
No, holding on tight was Great Akuma with enough time to allow Bojack to get back in.
Tag back in.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Red Tiger knows it.
Oh, right hand slap right across the face. And these two now slugging at it.
Oh my goodness. Pride Rock Bottom. There it is. Caesar Asher. Hang on!
Cover. One, two, three!
No!
Referee call for the bell. Caesar Asher takes the pin.
Oh my goodness, and he is furious. He waits for no team out.
Right after 3. Let's be clear.
He is furious. Oh, hang on, Akuma
taking a Uranagi.
Uranagi, baby.
Uranagi to the Red Tiger. Great Akuma now trying to attack Cake Monster next. And oh my goodness,
another one.
Bojack with a chair from the outside hitting Cake Monster.
And this is ridiculous, folks. The match is already over.
And Bojack going to work on Oh So Delicious with a chair. Akuma now using the chair on Red Tiger.
And as if lighting him on fire wasn't enough, now after taking a loss, he's beating the hell out of him with a steel chair. No. He's looking to isolate a leg. This is not good. This is exactly what the Den did to me.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
And
We got some referees coming out.
Hey.
A little bit of strong words. Some strong words from Bojack to our former champion, Anthony Toatelli, as referees start to break this up before Akuma can do further damage. Yeah, having that chair wrapped up. But at the end of the day, the big thing is that Caesar Asher got pinned by Red Tiger.
Oh So Delicious and Red Tiger!
They may have won, but I don't think they feel like winners right now.
Absolutely. And if you're Red Tiger, the hatred you feel for Akuma, even though you now technically have a little bit of a victory over him, has only grown exponentially.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. Like, if I'm Red Tiger, I'm more upset because I didn't win that in the fashion that I wanted to, and he almost ended my career.
Yeah, absolutely.
He almost put him back on the shelf.
It's like they may have won that battle, but they have not yet won the war for sure.
And with that, I'd like to take the time to thank our sponsors, Made in the USA, First Fitness, Pink Ink Tattoo, Live One, Realms, Chase Construction, Better Than Pawn, Covet Confections, West Branch Antiques and Comics, Kingdom Builders, Ogama County Boys, The Orator by our own JLC, AT&T of West Branch, Tiny Sparks Studio, Jack's Attic, The Woods of West Branch, and a special thank you to the Ward and the Brody family. We've been going on this for over a year now, and it's been a pleasure to present our product in front of all of you people, and thank you for supporting us along the way.
And if he's it. Big fight feel in the air. Main events time.
We've come a far way from the start of the show, and we're looking at the end, the culmination of our Ronin tournament.
Saucy Josh Morris, Shining Vince Diamond, Steven Lyric, CFR, Kung Fu Kirk, Nick Green, all casualties
Of the Ronin tournament. Our debuting Ronin tournament to crown our inaugural Ronin champion. The 2 finalists left to stand tall. This is your main event.
It has come to this.
The plus-size Terminator, Rick Hardier, going up against Chap Daddy, JJ Hughes in the finals. In our first show of the new year, we are bound to crown a new champion.
Hardier bowing before the sword. He looks ready. And we'll see what kind of shape his opponent, JJ Hughes, is in momentarily. You can expect nonsense from his competitor. And it looks
Just like he came out in the second round.
but fans, his partner,
No Roberto Cruz. Good eye on that after the conversation. But to be fair, he did also take a chair shot to the head. So he might just not be capable of coming out as well. So there's a couple dynamics, some more storyline to be developed as we go through, and we're able to get some more information from the back as we move on after this show to see what type of situation we have developing between tag team partners JJ Hughes and Roberto Cruz of Excess Express.
and a little fan out there dressed exactly like JJ Hughes got up and gave a little dance with him. How adorable.
If I'm JJ Hughes, I'm glad that Cruz isn't out here because he needs to focus
Absolutely.
100% of his mental capacity on Rick Hardier. He has to.
And folks, obviously you can always catch us live here at Dragon's Den Productions, but thank you so much for watching online. We do so much appreciate you supporting the YouTube channel as we continue to grow and go worldwide.
What do they say? Smash that like button, or hit the like button and smash the subscribe.
Yeah, smash it, like it, subscribe.
Subscribe. Absolutely.
As I say on my order channel, allow the spirits to guide your play. Check both the like and subscribe button, as well as notifications. That way you get notified of all of our matches, and we continue to do what we love, and it's producing new content and wrestling.
Oh, he was really good there.
I've done it a million times, my friend.
Wrestling Ronin champion. Winner will receive the Ronin Championship Sword.
And there it is in all its glory. Presented by Splitzer.
I'd want to lose.
Thank you, Splitzer.
I actually timed it earlier, and I think I'd rather not say it out loud.
Oh, you can say it.
It's 2 minutes on the dot. To the second.
2 minutes? 2 minutes. But it was a glorious 2 minutes.
It was a glorious 2 minutes.
Everyone
Our
loved it.
finalists are as follows. In the corner to my right, walking the King's Road, weighing in at 305 pounds,
I love
the
that.
tsunami
Walking
of
King's
power, old school Rick Hardier!
A lot of claps, a lot of respect here for Rick Cartier and what he's accomplished
And
tonight.
in the corner to my left, accompanied by the Batty Matty Five, from the runways of New York, weighing at 190 pounds, the irresistible one, the main attraction, your Chap Daddy, JJ Hughes!
He's going from the main attraction to the main event.
That's it, baby.
Thank you, ring announcer Chase, as we put all theatrics aside, leave everything left. We've walked the road of the Ronin Warrior, and we are now ready and on our way to crown a champion in our main event here at Dragon's Den Productions.
Both of these competitors now totally locked in. This is really for all the marbles.
This one is for all the marbles.
Notice JJ's a little more serious here.
Absolutely. You know, for all his theatrics, there's just no way you can't take Rick Hardier seriously if you're going to win.
Especially in the finals where there's so much on the line.
All of the marbles. And look at this. Really working the left arm of JJ Hughes, wrenching on it.
Wrenching him down to the mat.
Yeah, Hughes finally succumbed. And look at this.
And now sitting down on that arm bar.
Wow.
Trying to take his arm out of the socket there.
Yeah, you can cause permanent damage doing stuff like that, for sure. As I'm sure you know, being a jiu-jitsu specialist.
You like to pain. It's fun.
But a headlock now from JJ Hughes.
Changing up the strategy here.
It looks like he's got the arm that's wrapped around is the one that Hardier was working on, though, so you got to imagine how strong that hold might be. Off the ropes he goes, and he gets turned inside out by that shoulder tackle.
And now look at this.
Trip. Hardier rolls over and hits him with a drop kick right in the midsection.
Yeah, manages to catch him right in the stomach there. Beautiful body splash.
Oh.
Off the corner.
Another beautiful drop kick. That one caught him more in the chest. Kick out after one. And JJ Hughes in control in the early going of this match, but it is very much back and forth, and there is still a ton of action in this match to come, I am sure.
Scoop slam by Rick Hardier drives Hughes down to the center of the mat.
Notice JJ was trying to keep him down by giving him a forearm while he's on him.
Absolutely. And so what is your strategy here, Anthony? What are you going to do to take Rick Hardier out if it were you?
If I'm JJ, as soon as he hits the ground, you got to keep him down. Good Lord.
What?
When he hits, it's not a slap, it's a thud. It reverberates in the chest and then outward.
He's resetting your heart.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
He should call that the defibrillator.
I thought this.
Write it down. Yeah.
Yep. That's a note.
But yeah, if I'm JJ, I gotta keep I gotta stick and weave. I gotta move. I gotta keep moving. Otherwise, you get caught with that suplex right there.
Oh my goodness! Tucks both arms back,
In for the cover.
and I think JJ's leg is under the rope. Great job by a referee to notice.
Yeah, Eric Cherry doing his job just right on there, noticing that JJ was under the rope still, so Hardier got to be aware of that with each one of these maneuvers, but he's got to stay on the assault. But JJ now,
Beautiful forearm catching Hardier's. Oh, Rick ducks that one.
oh, snap back suplex.
And now
in the corner.
JJ Hughes in the corner. It's not where you want to be.
Looking for a cannonball was Hardier, and he got left empty.
And now JJ Hughes coming back.
Finally!
He's been looking for it all night, and there it is, baby.
Yeah, I think he called it, 2 matches early?
Yeah, he has not been looking for it. I've been waiting for it. I suppose it's more accurate.
And now a kick to the midsection, bringing him right across the middle of the face.
And this could be a very good start to the finish, to the end. JJ Hughes on the second rope.
Oh, right into the another region.
The hamstrings.
Yeah.
Right in the hamstrings.
And a kick out very quickly after one by Rick Hardier.
That upper thigh area is very sensitive for a lot of people.
You know what else we can call it? Hardier arrest instead of like cardiac arrest. Hardier arrest.
Hardier arrest. I love that.
And oh my goodness,
But that's
caught. Yeah, he went for a monkey flip, but that ain't no monkey. That's the great baby.
back fist.
All the way to the
Back fist
outside.
side of the dome.
JJ Hughes tumbles unceremoniously to the outside concrete.
Maddie Fine goes over there to check on her client. She looks not entertained, not very happy.
But also not that concerned either. She's just like, come on, get up. You're better than
very
this.
strict, sticking to business. Strictly
Absolutely.
business. No, you're not my client to lose.
And look at this, Hardier not really chasing after him yet, letting him get his footing.
Still, the ref, you're gonna hold the.
Oh my goodness, this does not seem like a good idea.
Hardier dive on the outside. Oh, base Cena! Both men onto that concrete floor.
My goodness gracious. 300 pounds moving through those ropes and crashing into J.J. Hughes.
They both got flattened right in front of us. Full impact by both of them. Hughes down with the weight of Hardier. Hardier falling flat onto the tile as well.
And now already up to a count of 7 is Eric Cherry. Hardier.
Count of 20. Maddie trying to coach JJ up. I don't think he knows where he's at.
Hardier up to his feet.
I wouldn't either.
Now throwing JJ back into the ring.
And right into the cover, I believe. Nope, rolls him over instead.
Looks like he's putting him in a crossface. No, the rings of Saturn.
Oh, man, the rings of Saturn.
Beautifully done. And J.J. Hughes is dead center in the middle of the ring. And you cannot move in the... It's not like he can make his way to the ropes when he's got 300 pounds crushing down on his spine.
Well, he just caught that sandbag of 300 pounds on the outside there, too.
I mean, it's like being hit by a car. My goodness. And now,
the Fujiwara armbar right there.
Beautifully done as Hardier really isolating those arms, those limbs of Hughes.
And that's what he started to do at the beginning of the match. We saw that, and now really working through that progression to try to break down the limbs and the extremities of J.J. Hughes one arm at a time.
And it's such a smart idea because at this point, Hughes is so exhausted that it would be so easy to just tap out and it will all be over.
Yeah.
JJ with a huge forearm.
Oh my goodness, and now they're going to give him back. And listen, that is not a guy you want to get into a forearm contest with. Woo! Now a chop off. They are going at it, folks. Oh!
Out on his feet.
He's staggered for sure. Down to one knee, back up.
Oh no.
Oh no. Beautiful half Nelson back suplex.
Hughes looked like he was folded up inside out. Finds his way to the corner.
And my goodness, he is in real trouble. His only saving grace is that he is in the corner and can't be pinned in the ring.
Hardier backing up that full dump truck.
300 pounds.
In the words of other commentators, the lights are on for JJ, but nobody is home.
Absolutely.
But he's coming back up through it.
Rough Rider. Wow, out of nowhere, but that was all he had left.
A desperation maneuver out of the corner to catch Hardier off guard, but he's not able to capitalize on it for anything more than trying to regain his breath.
Absolutely. Both men are actually right next to each other. If either one of them were to roll over, a pin could ensue, but they are literally that exhausted after all of these matches tonight.
Both men stirring now. Rolling over, making their way up to their feet. Hardier using the ropes.
Hughes up to 7. Wow.
And now rushing around the ring, throwing everything he's got at Hardier.
Oh! He went for maybe a disaster kick, but caught a knee to the stomach.
Big Hardier with a power bomb into the pin.
Could be it.
Kick out after 2.
Oh my goodness! I thought that was it. I thought we had crowned our first ever Ronin champion.
Where's JJ finding the energy for the haluva kick right there?
He jumped off the ground and hit him square in the head. He's going for seconds. And hang on.
Catches him on the top rope.
Oh, he's out for a cutter. Aim for the cutter. This might do it. 2.
Oh my goodness!
A kick out at the 2 count. Incredible.
J.J. Hughes is giving everything. He's putting his body, blood, mind, soul on the line here, folks.
The burst of energy that he's utilizing as a stutter stop to get big maneuvers to flash through Rick Hardier. But Hardier been able to defer them and defuse the situation. Flatliner.
This could be
Hits
it.
the pay dirt.
And Hughes right away going to the top.
He's got to keep him down. He knows what he's doing here.
He's just so exhausted.
He's trying. He knows what he wants to do. The body's just not responding fast enough.
But folks, as exhausted as he is, Rick Hardier is going through it too.
Drop the elbow to the heart. In for the cover. 1, 2, 3. He's our first ever Ronin champion.
what I would call an upset. J.J. Hughes taking down the monster of Rick Hardier.
And immediately Mad Dog Warren rushes into the ring to congratulate his new respective friend. CEO Benjamin Brody also in the ring. Splitzer entering with the Ronin Championship Katana to be granted to the winner of our first ever Ronin tournament. And that winner being Chap Daddy himself, J.J. Hughes.
Benjamin Brody's made his way to the ring to congratulate the champion, but is also checking on the challenger, Rick Hardier, who just gave his all and came up that short.
Just that short. Bringing ice packs along for the sore bodies of what's left. J.J. Hughes and Rick Hardier.
And look at the fans.
Two of them.
The fans are loving it. Streamers are everywhere, folks. This is the way we do it at Super Shogun Wrestling.
What a hell of a way to kick off the year. We crown a new champion.
Champion.
And look at this.
Once the bitterest of enemies, now friends.
Absolutely.
Adoration and respect to J.J. Hughes.
Listen, there aren't a lot of rom-coms in Super Shogun, but that might be one of them right there.
Absolutely. All the congratulations in the world to J.J. Hughes. To everybody out there, thank you for watching. We hope to see you again. We are here in West Branch, Michigan at Dragon's Den Productions. We are Super Shogun Wrestling. I am your host, Tommy Danger Z, the juiciest man alive with all the loadable content, JLC. It is a pleasure to have you show in and show out. It is our pleasure and great thanks to have you here at the commentary table with us. The Fluent Samoan, former Super Shogun Wrestling World Heavyweight Champion, Anthony Toatelli. We can't wait to see you back in the ring, and we can't wait to see you all here next time on Super Shogun Wrestling, February 8th. Thank you all, and good night.